Most people think hobbies are just a distraction, something that pulls you away from your career or your goals. But honestly, hobbies actually fuel your career. Take Steve Jobs, for example. He once randomly took a calligraphy class, just because he was curious about fonts and design, and that one little hobby ended up shaping Apple's entire design philosophy. So when people say hobbies are a waste of time, I completely disagree. The right hobbies recharge your energy, teach you skills you'd never learn otherwise, and make you so much more interesting, personally and professionally. But don't worry, I'm not going to tell you to paint or start journaling. We already know that, and I'm definitely not about to say, go horse riding. Like, who has that kind of budget? Welcome back to Boss Babe Blueprint, where I break down the hot girl hobbies that genuinely make you irresistible. Hobby 1. Debating. One of the most powerful psychological hobbies you can learn? Debating. Because debating is all about expressing your ideas clearly, logically, and persuasively, even when people disagree. And as you grow in life, professionally and personally, people will challenge your opinions. This is where most people shut down or get emotional. But a good debater? They stay calm, build their case with logic, and make the other person think. That's a superpower. We've all met that one person who says absolute nonsense, but somehow backs it up with stats. Yeah, that one. Debating teaches you how to communicate under pressure, decode logical BS, and spot manipulation in real time. Personally, I love diving into debates about US politics because you learn how narratives are built, how influence works, and how easily people get swayed. And once you recognize those patterns, you start seeing them everywhere. In conversations, meetings, social media arguments, all of it. It's honestly addictive. And yes, I practice with ChatGPT. I literally tell it to argue with me or debate me like a political strategist. I have put down the exact prompt I use in the description box below if you're interested. Because nothing is more attractive than someone who knows exactly what they're saying and says it with logic, not ego. Hobby 2. Detective mystery solving. Now, if debating isn't really your vibe, here's another psychological hobby I swear by. Becoming a detective mystery solver. Hear me out. It sounds playful, but it's actually one of the best ways to sharpen your brain and build critical thinking, which is the new definition of intelligence, because knowledge doesn't set you apart anymore. We all have AI, but how you think, that's what makes you unforgettable. Detective games teach you to connect dots, spot patterns, and solve problems others completely miss. And the coolest part? You can play them right here with ChatGPT. Just say, let's play a detective game. Make it tough. Give me clues and red herrings. And boom, you've got a crime scene partner. You can question suspects, analyze clues, solve mysteries, all through conversation. And yes, I've lost track of time doing this. It's so much better than doom scrolling on TikTok. Instead of draining your brain, you're training it. Plus, if you're creative, the storylines you get from these games are chef's kiss. I've left a few of my favorite detective prompts in the description below. Go play them. You'll be hooked. Hobby 3. Podcasts and audiobooks. Next up, an underrated hobby that people don't take seriously. Listening to podcasts or audiobooks. I know, you're thinking, wait, is that even a hobby? Yes, 100%. Because let's be honest, most of us are out of touch with reading. Not because we don't like it, but because who has the time? That's where Audible and podcasts come in. You can learn, laugh, escape into stories while driving, cleaning, working out, or doing your morning routine. It's like stacking your life, entertainment and growth at the same time. And no, you do not have to listen to self-help all day. Go wild. Fantasy, thrillers, true crime, anything that excites you. If it feels fun, it counts. Same with podcasts. People think they're all about productivity and hustle culture. No, babe. Some are hilarious, cozy, dramatic, or just plain weird in the best way. When you replace doom scrolling with podcasts, two things happen. 1. Your intelligence quietly levels up. 2. Your conversation skills skyrocket. Because podcasts literally teach you how good communicators keep conversations alive. And suddenly, you're dropping random fun facts, and everyone thinks you're this cute little encyclopedia. Hobby 4. Martial arts. Now let's move into physical hobbies. One of my all-time favorites? Martial arts. Not just because it gets you fit, but because it builds discipline, patience, resilience, things that shape your whole identity. People hear martial arts and think it's too intense, but most have never tried a single class. Once you do, you realize how empowering it feels. You're not just learning punches or kicks, you're learning to stay calm under pressure, to commit, and to respect your own growth. And the best part? It's structured. You train under a master, you show up consistently, and you surprise yourself every single week. And yes, it's one of the best forms of self-defense you can learn. Pilates sculpts your body, but martial arts gives you power. Power that protects you. Power that builds confidence. Power that shows up in every part of your life. Now, if martial arts feels a little too intense, and you're more of a free spirit, then surfing or paddleboarding is your version of a hot girl power move. Because it doesn't just tone your entire body, it rewires how you move and carry yourself. When you're out there balancing on water, your mind has zero space for overthinking. It's just you, your board, and the rhythm of the waves. It's that effortless, sun-kissed Baywatch energy. Hardcore without even trying. Your core, arms, and legs all work together. But what really changes is your energy. You start walking different. You start feeling different. That kind of calm confidence, it's magnetic. And even if you don't live near a beach, you can try paddleboarding at local lakes or calm waters. Same vibe, same glow. Because the point isn't surfing perfectly, it's learning to find your balance, even when the waves hit. If none of these hobbies seem like your jam, then take a look at this end screen with all the possible and unique hobbies you can check out. And tell me in the comments, what's your hobby that changed how you feel about your body? If you like this video on hobbies that make you hotter, then you have to check out this video about the Sydney Sweeney mindset, because her hobbies changed her entire career. And remember, if people are calling you too much or hard to keep up with, you're probably doing something very right.